Okay, so this is a tutorial for the first clip out in no CPK, the setup that Pybro found. I've cranked the gamma up a lot, so that's why it looks a little washed out. It just makes it easier to see here because it's pretty dark. Also in the video description, I'm going to include a command to get your yaw or your facing angle here displayed, which I think makes this way easier. I'll include another one too that lets you show your coordinates, but being able to see the exact values of that isn't as important. Getting the right values is important, but it's really easy, so you can do it if you want. It's good for practice anyway, just to have it. But you're going to come over here, this area to the right of this tricycle here. So we're going to clip through this stack of like wood and metal and stuff. And we're going to get into this corner where the bench and the wall meet. To get the correct coordinates, you need to walk in hitting the bench first. If you hit the wall first and walk in, your coordinates will be different. So you need to hit the bench and walk in like that. That's a little bit faster. You can actually do it like this. Hold back and right or S and D to get in the corner like that. Now to get the facing angle, and the facing angle range we're going to want is, if you look up at this number again, so you can ignore, well, not ignore, but the first two digits are always going to be 32. But the last three digits, it's going to be 420 to 600. That's the range. And the more left you aim, the lower it gets, and the more right you aim, the higher it gets. Generally, lower on the range is better, but it does need to be at least 420 to 600. So for example, here it says 484. That's great. Now the visual cues I'm looking at is there's this wooden plank. You got the left side of it, and it meets this metal wire here. So like right around that spot. And if you see your 4 camera brackets here, you want to look at the top right one and basically stick it in that spot where the wooden plank and the metal meet there. Looking at the leftmost part of that bracket, basically. And that gives me right there 530, so that'll work. If anything, you might actually want to go just a little bit more, like just a little bit left of it. It's like at 492 there. Like I said, the more left you aim, it's more lenient, but it does need to be 420 or higher, up to 600. So that's why I'd recommend practicing it with the facing angle thing, because you can kind of just look at it and say, oh, that'll work, Because if you have the right facing angle and you do the inputs right, works every time. All right, so now for the hard part, which is the actual inputs to clip through here. It's a little weird. I'm going to do it slowly first and then, full speed without stopping so you can see it. Because you can do it one step at a time and stop in between each one, and it'll still work. Oh, and also 60 FPS you'll want for this as well, if I haven't mentioned that already. Okay, so basically you're going to go forward into it and then move to the left, come back to the right, and then go forward. So the exact inputs is you're going to go forward until you hit the wood, and then you're going to hold left as well. So it's forward, then forward, left, and once you've gone far enough, you're going to stop. And I basically look for, there's this other wooden plank here. So I try to look for when the brackets are like pretty close to the left edge of the plank, because you do need to go far enough. We could go a little bit further if we want to. But once we're here, then we're going to press forward again, and then switch to right until we hit the wall. And then we're going to hold forward until we clip through. So again, you can break it into those 3 steps. So forward, then forward, left, until you go far enough. Forward, then right till you hit the wall, and then forward. So we'll do it again. Forward, forward, left, stop. Forward, right, forward. Forward, forward, left, stop. Forward, right. And you don't need to stop when you hit the wall either. But you can if you want there. I like to at least kind of stop here. It makes it a little easier. So you can go forward, forward, left, stop. Forward, right, forward. Now, if you want to do it all one motion, just don't let go of forward until you go to the right. So it looks more like this. Forward, forward, left. Well, so it's like forward, forward, left, just forward, then right. It sounds a lot harder than it is. Once you get it down, it's actually pretty easy. But you're gonna hold forward until you go right, like I said, and then you're just gonna go left far enough, and it works like that. But again, one more time, doing it step by step, you can go forward, forward, left, stop, forward, right, forward. And if you have the right angle, you'll go through every single time, and then you can just continue up through that way. Yeah.